Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to another show, Global Nerdz Podcast. I am your host, D, followed by the other fellas. Y'all already know who they are. We don't need no introduction. But if you do, it's Philip, Mark, Zay. Well, I called you Zay. My bad. Y'all know this time, man. Shy, man, and Ty. Because y'all too close
Zay.
right now. Shy and Ty. It's like I call Mark Martin. Excuse me, y'all. It's early morning right now. But anywho,
Uh,
got to run down on some topics today, some controversial, some entertaining, but it's always going to be randomness and charismatic. My English is off today.
and very diverse. Or not
As
diverse,
always, I don't know. Let's get into it though, because we got to talk about the reigning champ coming back to the video game central. Man, we talking about Mortal Kombat #1. First of all, how y'all feeling
Mortal
about that title?
Kombat. I find it weird that they're having it as Mortal Kombat 1 because to me, Mortal Kombat 1 was the Mega Drive or Genesis era. The actual people that they filmed to fight, which like made things stand out. So then to call it Mortal Kombat 1, I'm like, what? What the hell?
Yeah, they already rebooted twice already, so they can't really go back to Mortal Kombat. So to set this apart, they could have easily just said Mortal Kombat 11. That's what I would have done.
you
I
mean
would have said Mortal
Mortal Kombat
Kombat
12?
11. No, I would have named it Mortal Kombat 11 again because
no,
we
I,
already
I,
know the story's continuing from when Chronica kind of screwed up the timeline there.
I
I
mean,
thought
Mm.
this,
or instead of calling it 11, could have called it like Mortal Kombat New Genesis or something like that.
Trinity or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
apparently it's about to be a new storyline where it's not continuing for Mortal Kombat 11, which is kind of confusing to me because it's like we already have Fire Lord. Uh,
Liu Kang.
yeah, Liu Kang. I almost call him Quan Chi.
And Luke
What is
can't
wrong
take
with my
over.
names today?
Luke
Liu
can't
Kang
take
did.
over, right?
Yeah, he did. He's the new god. Because Raiden isn't a god anymore. He gave his powers to Liu Kang.
That's
Um,
what I thought. Okay. All right.
so it's kind of like they're continuing that storyline, but because it is a brand new, storyline universe, the characters we know them, but we don't know them. You know what I mean? So in this universe, Melina and Kitana are like really besties or something. Apparently, then you got Sub Zero and
Scorpion.
yeah, that guy. They're like best friends or whatever, or strangers. We don't know what's
Wow.
going on in this universe
And that
because
was
it's like
it.
a whole new story. So I'm like, are we going to see Sonya? Are we going to see Jax? Are we going to see Okano? You know what I mean? Do these people even exist in this timeline?
It was
and,
Claude
and
Van
that's
Damme. You gonna see Claude Van Damme on that bitch.
and
Oh
that's
yeah,
my biggest question right now too, because we've only seen some of the core players. Shang Tsung is coming back as the villain, coming into a portal.
always.
I've been
Shit, he always been a
rewatching
villain.
cutscenes
Uh-huh.
of MK11 just to catch myself up, and I don't know why he would need to invade another world. He probably has his
Because
own world that he's
that's
gonna.
his thing. Shang Tsung thing is always trying to conquer the entire universe. That's just him. So no matter what time it is, he's just going to be the same. So he's a constant, which is
Yeah,
pretty funny.
that just about all the games though. Try to conquer the
Yeah.
damn world.
I don't know. I'm interested. We got the trailer. It was just a cinematic story trailer. I kind of want to see gameplay, so maybe that's going to come a little later. Even though the game comes out in like 2 months, which is crazy. This is a quick release, which kind
Oh,
of got me nervous.
Damn. They quick
Yeah, it
release.
comes out
That's it.
September 19th.
okay. I have to admit this, and this happened with I believe 9, 10, and 11. They release a trailer within a month of the game being released, and yet it's so good. Like they live up to their promise for some
Yeah,
despicable odd reason.
because I think they've been working on this for a long time. Because we do know that this should have been Injustice 3. But we know with WB Games, they kind of moved away from the DC game catalog or whatever. So we might not ever see an Injustice game
Yeah,
at this
because them
point.
other ones was whack as fuck. That's why.
Injustice
He
2 was one of the greatest fighters out there. What are you talking
well,
about, boy?
I'm
That
talking
was
about the
great.
versus Mortal Kombat. That shit was whack.
Bro, we are not talking about that old ass shit. We talking about the newest one. Injustice 2 was great. We should have gotten Injustice 3 because we just got Mortal Kombat 11. This is the first time in history where we go from 11. Well, not in history, but it's just the new form that they be going from one game to the next. But yeah, I don't think we get Injustice 3 at all because they completely just moved all development to the very next story iteration in Mortal Kombat. So, which is how we got Mortal Kombat 1 at this point. Yeah.
I do find it very strange. They went from 11 to 1. I don't know what the marketing on it is. We went back and forth on this in Messenger a little bit, and I'm seeing all sorts of posts on like a few groups I'm in that it's supposed to reboot the tournament, the very first tournament, which I can see happening, but at the same time, it's that whole why do we need to go back to the first tournament?
Nostalgia.
That's my only thinking.
But that's the thing. It might not even be a tournament in this because we don't know what rules are set, what type of universe this is. Because Liu Kang is the creator of this, this reality. So he couldn't have even made a tournament. They could be going to be a cook-off. We don't know what Mortal Kombat about to be this time. It could be a cook-off or whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, we've seen, and Liu Kang even states in the trailer, I created a world of unity.
Exactly.
So this is a world of peace now.
Yeah, but now when what's his name? I'm gonna say Shao Kahn. Shang Tsung came up and was about to fuck shit up.
Yeah, we don't even see the big bad daddy for Katana.
No, what if Gerald is alive or whatever his name is in this reality where he didn't die because there's peace and Shao Kahn didn't invade and all this type of stuff because we see that they're adults now. Melina was stolen as a child or what was created when Kitana was a child, so she didn't even really know her like that. But now they're adults and they're just friendly with each other. But she also got that carton blood in her, because her face still fucked up. So there's some constant like that we know of the character, like that still came over from other universes. We still know she got a fucked up face or whatever. But is she nice? You know what I mean? Like, does she just look ugly like Beast from X-Men? He looked fucked up, but he's actually really cool. Like, I need to know what's going on.
It's a definite question going on.
Yeah. All them answers gonna come quick, y'all, because we got 2 months before the shit is out. Well, 3 months if you want to count this month. The shit comes out on September 19th. This is crazy. Usually when they do game announcements, we have to wait like a year and a half before it comes out. But I guess WB was like, look, we about to get sold and Discovery is buying us. We got to get this shit out now. We need some type of money coming in. So
you're gonna
this may be the last game we have in
a complete game.
What game has been complete and finished in the past 2 years? Every game that came out has been incomplete.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
No one wants that classic. Hey, we like actual money and people enjoying what we make. Now it's just like, we'll fix it in like 8 months after release.
Right. Barely still getting fixed. I mean, y'all know how I love Marvel Midnight Suns. They just released the last DLC for Storm. Fucking great character. But just playing through the story, it still got so many bugs. Like, their necks is disappearing while they're in action and cutscenes and stuff. I'm like, come on, bro. Their necks just gone. Yeah, so they're still bugged. I'm like, the game been out since like 2022, y'all. Like, hey, y'all gotta fix this shit.
Sometimes the bugs can make it fun.
Yeah, but when I have a character like Hulk and everybody else, their neck just disappears, so all I see is just head and shoulders everywhere. Yeah, it's a little comical.
See, I think the best bug I've ever seen was in Pokemon. What was the newest ones?
Violet and Scarlet.
Yeah, where you're having a Pokemon battle, and then just one of the NPCs just walks through your battle. I was like, that's exactly what would happen anyway. So keep that bug in. That's the only one I've gone. I actually kind of like that one.
Speaking of Pokemon, sidebar, I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, neither of us. Well, I think I finished my Scarlet version.
I haven't finished at all. I mean, I beat all of because I had different segments. We got to beat the gyms, then you got to beat the
Titans.
Yeah, and then the kids who got kicked out of school, those bad kids. Yep. I beat all of them, and I think I got most of the Titans, but I only got like 4 badges at the gym because you got to beat the people first before you go to the gym and all that type of stuff. So I ain't beat it yet.
I haven't even played that game yet, and that game sounds confusing as fuck.
No, it's actually pretty fun.
It's definitely supposed to be open world, choice driven.
Yeah, you do what you want. It's a great step for the future of Pokemon. If they keep this up, Pokemon franchise is in good hands. You know what I mean? I just hope, since it's still sidebar, Nintendo, step your shit up. How do we got the Xbox and the PlayStation 5 and we still got Nintendo stuck on the graphics from Nintendo 64? I don't understand.
Apparently there's rumors of a new console coming out because the company that normally makes like all the the chipsets and all the stuff for the Switch, apparently they've been filing for patents or something like that, or they're in production with a new console. They need to sort something up, or otherwise it's going to look really fucking bad for them.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I haven't really completed any of the Nintendo Switch games. I would love to buy some games for Nintendo Switch, but I just don't. I bought a whole 2 systems, the Switch Lite and the regular dock Switch, just for Pokemon. And that's ridiculous. I mean, they have a whole catalog, but I just can't get past, like, it's not justifiable for me to buy these new systems and invest into playing in them and things like that, even though I'm just wasting money because they're collecting dust and shit. But
and that's how I feel about the PS5. There's only one game I want on it right now, and I'm going to wait for it to come out on Steam from my Steam Deck, and that's Final Fantasy 16.
I feel you. I feel you on that. But the thing is, with Xbox and PlayStation, Sony and Microsoft, at least we have catalogs of games we could choose that we want to play. There's at least, my hard drive right now is filled up with only about 7 games because it can only hold about 7 games. I don't know why they didn't put a 4 terabyte drive in these damn systems when y'all know your games each cost 65 to 100 damn gigabytes to download. I just don't understand.
This is why they have accessories, man. This is why they make accessories so you can keep buying stuff.
Exactly, like iPhone. The new iPhone 15 is not going to come with the screen. That comes separate for $300 additional. I'm like, what?
Oh, fuck.
What are y'all doing?
Keep that phone. I'm an Android anyway. Keep that phone.
But yeah, even with the Switch, you have to get an SD card to have a lot of your games, and people don't realize this about their systems is you can have all the games you want on it. How are you going to update them?
Right.
Because you need the space to update.
Yeah, that's why I need to invest in the PlayStation hard drive thingy-majig. I just need to. But I just haven't done it yet because it's kind of like, I get the Microsoft. What the fuck am I trying to say? Those little chip that you put in the Switch. I get that.
Yeah, the SD card.
Yeah, that thing. I got one in my Switch. That's how I can keep my games on there. But if I already spent upwards of $600 for the PS5 and then extra amount of money for a controller and stuff like that, can y'all please give me an SD hard drive or something to play y'all fucking games?
Yeah, include that in the Ultimate Bundle. I mean, it ain't hard.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I can have a few games on there, and then once I beat it, I just got to delete it. You know what I mean? So I can add something else on there, which is not. Again, we complaining about first world issues where we talking about a game system, $600 in storage, when people can't even feed their families. I know this is first world issues, but I'm living in the first world, so I'm gonna complain about my first world issues. I want it to be easy for me, okay? Shit.
I think Nintendo need to really kind of step it up because they've always I think Nintendo kind of want to stick on this whole thing of like, we're family friendly, you'll enjoy the games, like, buy this for your kids and they'll enjoy it. But it's like, come on guys, like you're one of the big daddies out there. You could easily make a console that would be better for everyone. Like, it's like, people are like, oh, do I buy a Switch because then suddenly a new one might come out like 6 months later. But you want something that really turns around and like competes with the others, because if they put a lot of effort in with their games, with their hardware, it'd be like PlayStation who, Xbox what, and then you just be wanting to focus on the Switch and stuff like that. But it just feels like they're very limited for the hardware that they have at the moment.
No, not entirely, because with Nintendo, it's Sony, Xbox. Oh, you have those nice consoles and stuff, the nice big bulky Xbox, the Kaiba PS5, but we have portability.
Yeah, you can.
We are the portability masters.
Yeah, you can still.
That's
have
great.
portability.
You could be portable, but it needs to be It has to be what's the word I'm looking for in vernacular? It has to be a competition with the others. You know what I mean? Because if Sony comes back out with the 2024 version of their Vita, then who's gonna fucking remember Nintendo? You're already getting blown out by the Steam Deck. You know what I mean? So
I was actually going to bring that up. So I do have a Steam Deck. I don't have the biggest one, unfortunately. That has been my main complaint, has been storage and battery life. With AAA games like, say, Need for Speed 2016 or Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I cannot put those on my Steam Deck and play them for more than maybe 2-3 hours. But I put Battle Network on there and I play it for hours on end. Their ratio for time played and the battery life is not there. It needs to be stepped up. Now, NVIDIA has come out with the AROG, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
And I'm skeptical hardcore about it because of the battery life.
I think regardless of like battery life and now it's like, how do you it depends on battery technology. And also you've got to kind of think of the power of a Steam Deck. If you're playing, like, say, a game like Control, Doom, Hades, so I'm just looking at an actual picture of it with games like that, or you're playing Elden Ring, or you're playing whatever, you got to imagine how much power that that actually takes to run it. So like if you think, okay, well, if the battery lasts like 3 hours, can you make it last till 6? But then obviously batteries are going to degrade over time. I do think having like a better battery life would make things like easier for it, but I also kind of think it depends on the games. Like, do you scale them down, make sure that you don't have enough power to run everything? Because again, like, people be like, oh, I want ray tracing, or I want this, and it's like, yeah, that's going to take up a shit ton of power.
Ugh,
but then I'm guessing like Steam Deck, same things like with the Switch, Steam Decks, everything like that, they're meant to be played for, like, I'm going on a trip or something. So it's more like you can charge it up to a certain degree. Same thing like with the Switch. Say you get 12 hours out of the Switch, then you have to charge it, and that takes like a couple of hours. Then majority you're meant to be playing it at home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do think that I do think your points are very, very valid. Actually having something out there, having more space, because if you're what 512 gigabytes and stuff like that to me is piss poor. That's like what, nothing. You need at least like a terabyte, 2 terabytes, 4 terabytes in there just to actually play all these games.
Agreed. And I wanted to get the at least the medium grade, because I believe that came with 120 gig SSD. But I just couldn't afford it. I'm going to the site right now.
I don't know the prices of them systems.
It's $400 for the 64 gig. That's what I have. It's $200 or $529 for the 256 SSD one. Okay, and then the 512 is $650.
Is that like good pricing, or because I don't know anything about this PC version?
For the amount of money, I don't. Again, I think you're paying for a portable thing, but I think for this day and age now, a lot of you need if you're playing big games, you need a lot of space, and like obviously I think that if you're not much of a gamer, but you play the odd one, like say you play Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail, those games don't really take up a lot of space. But if suddenly you're playing like your entire Steam library and you've got like over 2,000 games, then obviously you need a lot more space. So I would imagine that putting a terabyte in there or 2 terabytes would be a lot easier than normal. It's effectively battery and space is what you need.
Yeah. I should stick to my PS5 and my Xbox. Granted, my Xbox collecting dust as well because I barely play it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll dust off my Nintendo Switch and try to go back for Pokemon. But again, that's the only reason why I play it. But moving on. Hopefully, Nintendo step up and get us some better hardware. So. But moving on to the story, Little Mermaid is a hot topic. It's coming out in about the next 5 days now. Well, I can't wait.
But people have already watched it.
Yeah, some people watched it. Critics, basically. And if you went to like fan events and stuff like that, I didn't want to. It's kind of I want to watch it, when it comes out, pay money and all that type of stuff. I'm interested for the movie. Again, I've never really seen the original classic film. I know of it, of course, everyone does, but I haven't sat down and watched it myself. But I'm excited because it is Halle Bailey. I'm a fan of hers and the sisters Chloe, because they're like offspring of Beyonce. So anything Beyonce do, I'm gonna be there, even if it ain't her indirectly her. I'm gonna be there. So I'm excited for this movie. But for what I know of the Little Mermaid, when I've seen the trailers, what I've heard, I'm interested in the movie. They're doing something completely different that they say is revamping the animated story and kind of more fluffing it up to be more of a theatrical film, because I do know the runtime is longer than the original film. And there's some things that have been changed in it. Of course, it's more diverse cast because of just the way films is going nowadays, which is fine. You got to reflect the world you live in. The critics, of course, are pretty much praising the film. It's pretty good that they're saying Halle Bailey is like a great Ariel. She's a great star, but it's very focused on her. McCarthy's Ursula, they saying she's very good. David's Sebastian. So far, everybody has been getting good reviews. There's really no negativity surrounding it. I guess for the people that I saw, it's no movie is perfect, so it does have its issues, but it doesn't outweigh the enjoyment of the film. So how do you guys feel about it? Like, what do you know about it?
So I actually have to disagree with you on the critics. A lot of critics are indeed praising it, but the critical ones that are going, okay, this needs to be fixed, or this needs to be, they're trying to be a balance, are being called racist. And this is for Black critics, Hispanic critics, and I'm playing the race card here. White, it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. If you diss this movie, you will get these Haley Bailey or Holly Bailey fangirls, the worst ones, and I'm quoting, and you can quote me on this, worst fans after you, and be called a bigot, a racist, transphobic, all the words. And I don't think that's right for being, objective about a movie.
Right. Now, that's the thing. Are they being objective to the movie? Because, a lot of people just hate Disney live action movies. So is it really warranted to where they like, this movie is good, but there really are issues with it? Or are they just being assholes? Because one is Disney. Number two is a Disney live action movie. Number three is a Black Mermaid. And number four is the Beehive. Beehive, we coming out to see Halle Bailey again. So, I mean, is it a combination of that? Or is it really like warranted? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just bash movies like they do DC. They just bash them just because they hate DC and they're Marvel fans. Granted, some DC movies are ass, but they ain't that bad.
I think the best way to look at it is it depends on the feedback. So if someone turns around and says the movie's too slow pacing, the characters, I didn't feel like there was enough chemistry between Ariel and Eric. I didn't like this. I didn't like that. That's absolutely fine. Like you can turn around and say, okay, that's actually fair criticism.
Right.
If it's something like, oh, this fucking sucks because you've got a black mermaid, you've got this, it fucking sucks. It's like, well, no, that's fucking shit. That's not a valid opinion. You're just basically like shitting on this film for no reason. I think what Ty was saying, like the old fact is, if you turn around and said, "Oh, this is like the worst film," blah blah blah, and again, you give the criticism. I think people are very quick to judge, like, "Oh, you're just being racist." All right, well, where was I being racist in this? I gave my critique. I said that she needed a bit more acting. Her voice wasn't that great, or this, he's not great. But yeah, again, if you went straight for Eric and like you're like, oh, he's fucking shit, fucking hell, people would be like, oh yeah, no, you fucking tell him. Well, okay, well, what about the race card in that one? What about that Hispanic actor that's not very good in this one? Or what about that person? I think it's more people play the race card because they want to label you with it. If you're turning around saying you're insulting her of her looks or whatever, then fine, you're a piece of shit. But I think that if you're saying about her acting skill isn't that great, but you loved her in something else, or her voice was amazing, but her acting skills were shit, then at least you're giving something rather than being like labeled. Yeah. Right. Because I think a lot, again, like say like they got a white girl to play Ariel, and everyone said the exact same thing. I guarantee no one would be like, "Oh, you're fucking racist because it's a white girl." It's like, no, I said that she's shit. Yeah, she's fucking like fucking holy shit pants and all that. Where's the same energy? And I feel like we've now gotten to the point where if you have anything bad to say about any race, any person that's acting, singing, or whatever, you're instantly labeled that and say, all right, where is this? Where's your evidence that I've been like this for the last X amount of time? There isn't. And I think people just throw that in there because they want to say, oh, we're going to cancel you. All right, well, I didn't like The Little Mermaid because I fucking hated it because they did this, they did this, they did this, they did this. That's proper criticism. If it's, I just hate it because of the actor, then that's fucking shit. And yeah, you should just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And of course, so I got access to the soundtrack and I listened through it. And judging by the soundtrack for now, because I am going to go watch it or find a way to watch it, I do not like this movie. Miss Bailey's singing is on point, but it falls flat for the biggest song, Part of Your World. She does not have the curiosity that the original have. She doesn't have the energy. And then I listened to Ursula's song with Melissa, and I'm like, okay, did we cast her as Ariel, or did we cast her as Ursula? Something got twisted with the singing. And then Sebastian's Under the Sea, terrible. There was no emotion. Absolutely zero. I'm like, why? Why did they do this? And now I worry about the actual acting a little bit. But at the same time, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be objective and then judge.
Yeah, I can't even speak on that because I haven't listened to the soundtrack, even though it's in my playlist now. I just haven't listened to it fully. I only heard Part of Your World. And what I can say is I do disagree on the Part of Your World because it is a good song. Granted, some of the notes where she it's again listening to it and then seeing it is completely different because seeing the context as to why she delivers some of the lines she does in the song, it makes sense because she is character acting, throughout the song. So maybe that's a different disconnect for you because you haven't seen the performances from why the songs are done. Now I do agree with you with the Sebastian thing because I have seen the little clips of his.
Under the Sea.
I just don't like. I just don't like the song. And Kiss the Girl. The song just.
Oh yeah, Kiss the Girl. Well, and we also got to think too. Disney rewrote all three of those songs.
Yeah.
So
And
that
I
could
get
be
they
a
did
problem.
rewrite most of the songs just to completely come up with the era and to kind of change some of the lyrics because they were very dated. Again, we always got to go back to American history was not the best. So some of the lyrics definitely needed to be upgraded and reflect the times and not be so misogynistic and stuff like that. So I get it. Now, some people may not agree with it because it's messing with the classic, but you have to change the stuff just because it's something that's not the way it used to be. It was fucked up the way it used to be. That's just 100% factual. It was just fucked up, okay? We can't keep that same mentality. We want to progress forward to our future and just become one as humanity or whatever. So just the lyricism there did needs to be changed and more reflective of today and inclusive because that's just the way the world is. I mean, if you look at the old mermaid, all her sisters was white. Everyone in the oceans was white. That's not the way the world is reflected today. We have so many people out here. Um, so it needs to be reflected. A lot of people have a problem with that. Why there's so many diverse is woke? Is woke? You doing it for the sake of being woke? No, it's not. It's reflective of your world. If you step outside your home, step outside your little community that you're in, you will see the world is different. There's a different diverse of life, outside of your neighbors. Not necessarily your neighbors because it's the same community you live in, but if you go outside, it's different. So I get it for that part.
which I can get behind. I really can. But at least stay true to the story of the original. That's all I ask. If you want to race Swapper, fine. Keep the same energy. Keep the same plot. Keep the same songs. That's all I ask. Stay to the original, and then maybe expand on why the sisters are diverse. Oh, look, 7 C's, one for each C. Is that hard?
I think that's what they're going. No, that's what they're doing. Because if you look at I have been seeing the trailers and her different sisters. They are part of different 7 Cs. For one, her daddy is a hoe. He got around, boy. 'Cause he got 7 whole 12 daughters or whatever it is. That's a lot of kids, man. And they all different backgrounds. Yeah, he was laying in Noah, spraying and ride through the ocean. That's what he was doing. So yeah, they are reflective. They are going to explain, why they are different. Did they do that in the original film? Because again, I haven't seen the original Mermaid.
No.
They expanded into the series, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Well, okay, so we're moving on from that because ain't much we could talk about until it actually comes out. You know what I mean? And we can see it for ourselves. But yeah. Since y'all know we are bases and Power Rangers, that's how we start this whole podcast. Let's talk about some Power Ranger shit going on because Batin the Sun is leaving some greasy shit in people's mouths. It's a nasty feeling because I can't say Batin the Sun. It's not everyone there, but it's the one guy who's running an errand. Apparently, is rubbing people the wrong way with his comments on Hasbro and the way they treated JDF and the Green Ranger suit that they created as being pretty much stolen, which again, I'm like, you can't steal from someone when they own the license and you was making an alternate version of it where you technically don't have the grounds to do so. So I don't know how that even argument starts, about someone could feel like Hasbro stole their stuff and not giving them credit. They don't have to do shit. You took their IP and did something with it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that's a whole other thing. I don't know, people, they don't understand. Like these fan stuff, we create stuff. Exactly. Like we fans, but if we take some shit and do our own stuff with it, we can't be mad if we don't get credit or they completely rip it off because we did the same thing to them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. How y'all feel?
Pins all of that cost. I made pins all of that shit. I showed you that Green Ranger pin. That was them. I made pins all of that shit. You gonna say I stole that too? Shit. I showed
you
it.
stole it. You made a whole nother version of our idea. Give it back.
No, I took the face and the shit part. If you go, I had to post it. Matter of fact, I posted in the group. But anyway, I made a pen out of it, right? I got this company I know that does all pens, and somebody's like, you need to tag them on your junk because that's their shit. I'm like, man, I ain't tagging them. I'm gonna tag JDF though. I ain't tagging them. Fuck out of here. Don't tell me who to tag them for. Nigga, they don't own that shit. They just a cosplay suit. Matter of fact, shit. At the end of the day, you don't own Power Rangers. I don't know why they feel like they own Power Rangers. That's why I laugh at the shit, because I had an issue with them. Talking about you can't
I
be
was gonna say, what?
no, you can't be anything has to do with them. You ain't supposed to take them unless you gonna get money or split half with them. Some shit they said. All right, man, fuck you, nigga. I ain't doing that shit. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say it like that, man. But it's just like the fact is they feel like they own the suit, man. But everybody ain't stole this shit.
Here's the thing about that. When an artist creates a design, something like this, Hasbro owns the original design. Any fan-made production is copyrighted to that person. She's not up for it. She's asleep, and she would explain it better than I can. But as far as I'm concerned, Hasbro's been stealing a lot of freaking stuff from creators for some time now. And
I hear
freaking
y'all on
shut
that.
up.
I hear y'all on that, but there's no way they could steal something when they created it in the first place, because you ain't doing it but ripping off and making a. Y'all know how we be clowning when you got Power Rangers, you got the 99 store version toys inside the store, and they ain't called Power Rangers like Super Space Heroes, but you know it's damn near Power Rangers.
I know you're talking about.
Y'all doing the same thing. Fan creators
Pretty
are doing the
much.
exact same thing. So how
Pretty
you can you
much.
be mad said that they sold something when you stole it in the first place?
'Cause
You
he
did
want
it.
money off of. He want money off of Hasbro. He feel like he want to get credit for everything he do. I know. I see how he works, man. I got tired of him on social media.
Yeah, but that's
I
my
made this
thing.
suit,
Like, you
everybody.
can't cry like you stole my design and you ain't giving us credit, Hasbro and blah. It's like, well, we own this shit. So what the fuck is you talking about? Like, don't make me
I
shut
guess
you
he
down.
feels
Like,
like it's his. I guess he feels like it's his original designed version of their suit, so he has like a right to it. I guess.
but
I don't
that's
know.
you just said the keyword. It's his original design of their keyword, their suit, theirs.
Right.
So you
Not
making a
his,
copy of it,
but theirs.
and now you're saying it's mine. It's not yours. Make something that's yours, but don't have any other designs or anything that's reflective of the Green Ranger. Like, you stole their stuff. And Hasbro, you better be happy these lawyers for Hasbro ain't paying attention to your little ass, because if they did, they would sue you for everything you got, and it would not be called Batin the Sun. It would be called Hasbro in the Sun at this point.
Oh
Like, y'all
Lord.
need to stop raising all this
Hey,
hell.
it might be
Reflect negatively on
what's that
all
movie
the creators
called?
out there.
Well, the main thing is
When they took that movie with Van Diesel. What's that movie called? Blood something.
Blood
Man. I forgot
sport,
that shit.
blood sport,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
He got mad
like,
at that shit too. They took my
exactly.
shit
And how
and
you gonna
ran
get
off
mad?
with that
It's
shit.
not even yours. You just made a bastardized version of it, and now you mad. Like, I
I
don't
made a
understand
dog
how
store version because that shit was not that good.
I just don't get it. Go
What
ahead, Mark.
was
I'm
it?
sorry.
What was it? Blood something. Damn.
Bloodshot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bloodshot.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, even like when you look at the designs of both of them, they're very, very different. And even Dan Mora, who's the artist for the Green Ranger, it said he took inspiration from the suit. So like because I've got both pictures up in front of me, and the main thing is like, you've got shoulder pads, you've got like the gauntlets thing, but when you look at Dan Mora's one, is his helmet's completely like the stripes are all gold. The visor's slightly a bit different. The dragon shield is pointy at the top. The gauntlets are completely different, and even the suit is absolutely different too. So like, and Dan's even turned around and said, "Hey, yeah, we took inspiration." So when you've got Aaron like mouthing off saying like "fuck you, Hasbro," it's like, no. At the end of the day, he took inspiration. It's not the same suit, and it's their thing to do with what they want. If Hasbro turned around and went, "Oh, we're gonna shut you down, Aaron," they could easily do it.
Exactly. You make it so much
Right.
noise. You're bringing too much attention to the creator community. Like, just shut the fuck up, because you're bringing too much heat over here that's not needed. It's kind of like the hood news, right? People, the cops know we selling shit out the hood, but we ain't making no noise so y'all can come over here and shut us down. Like, they buying shit too. You know what I mean? Like they enjoying it. So shut the fuck up, dude. Like just be quiet. You bring too much heat in the community for no reason. Just shut up.
Exactly, especially
Crying on the damn
with a
kids and
certain
shit.
creator we know. He took a lot of ideas, he took a lot of designs from other creators. I'm not exactly too happy about it. But
Wait, who you talking about?
you know who.
Oh, we're talking about Alan. That's it.
These you should not be named.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No,
right.
I was
Oh.
about to say we talking about Alan, we talking about Jordan, we talking about Colin. Like there's so many creators
Oh,
out there.
that's-
You got to put a name.
That's fair. That's fair. No. Well, there's two creators that did it. It was Alan, and then of course we got a guy who goes by Hyperstorm. He does a lot
Oh,
of
that fuck.
yeah, he's still going at it apparently on TikTok. But anyways, those two go hand in hand when it comes to character design and suit design theft.
Right.
And people
See, I
are
can
going
get it
after both of
since you
them.
brung up, Master Force. Master Force is a complete design. Based, it's Power Rangers, but there's nothing tied to Power Rangers that was ever created in the comics or live action that could reflect to those suits. So that's fine. I can understand if Aaron and Batin the Sun did that, where it's completely original. You said, oh, let me take the Green Ranger suit, let me add some silver, some gold, and the 3 stripes, and let's call it original. Dude, what the fuck? You
Yeah,
did nothing different.
there's got to be a balance in order to get around that copyright protection. From what I've seen, I believe there is enough between the two to go, okay, Batin the Sun has rights to that design.
Man, the
They don't have
laws
rights to
based
anything.
around the laws based around fan created content and original IP content that's based on the same thing is so fucking iffy and
It's not
unbalanced.
convoluted at all. It is. You
stupid.
could use a character. I'll break it down for you. You could use a design, and you can create your own original character if it's made for nonprofit. If you're not making for any profit of it, you can use whatever the fuck you want to do for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you could say it's yours, all that, if it's not made for profit. But Batin the Sun is trying to make money from this shit, and that's the issue. You bring too much heat in these fan created spaces where we're doing something that we love, and you don't get shit shut down because Hasbro's not one to play with. First of all, you messing with their money. You messing with their image. They can definitely come and say it's defamation at this point because now you're bringing negative connotations towards something that they created for children. You need to shut the hell up because you're not smart, dude. You're really fucking it up for the people. You need to be quiet.
And I believe we've said in another podcast that Batin the Sun has not been a particularly good with their PR.
No. And it's like and it's only with the same guy. He's the common denominator in the issues with Batin the Sun. So they needs a PR team. They need somebody to take his social media. He needs to be shut down at this point because he's bringing too much heat towards them. We just wanted then to reflect it to us. Because indirectly, what if Hasbro go after him? Like, okay, look, we tired of this dude. We're going to shut him down. Who's next? Unworthy? Because they put in a whole bunch of work over there. They doing a whole bunch of stuff where fans created space and then they go get shut down just because they're indirectly linked to the fan created spaces who can potentially become a liability now. So they shut down. Then we got Colin Best, shut down. Then we got Western Strike, shut down. Then we got Hybrid, shut down. Hyperforce, shut down. All these fan created spaces are going to get shut down now because of one person making too much noise. That's my whole stance. Just shut the hell up.
I think another thing is I think Aaron, like, there's multiple things that I think what he's trying to do is one, he knows the money's going to dry up because the thing with JDF is like everybody knew Batin the Sun in the Ranger community because he worked with JDF. Soon as that Legend of the White Dragon's gone, no one's going to give a shit because this will be like JDF's big massive thing. But Hasbro could literally turn around and step in and go, oh yeah, you just basically used a load of Ranger actors and is a Power Ranger. This is a knockoff Power Rangers. Yeah, that's not coming out.
Literally, they could literally. It's supposed to come unlimited in theaters, right? First of all, Hasbro has connections to every theater chain out there, big executives and things like that. They could bury this movie so quick before it would come out and we wouldn't even know. The
That
dude was
one,
making too much noise where it's going to hurt him in the long run.
that one cinema in Alaska is the only place that sells it. You know, God damn it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, another other things on that one is that basically, you know, the money's drying up because the Ranger fandom will always remember JDF, but they won't kind of go to other people that, you know, that he's been involved with. And that was Aaron's main thing. And the fact is, the more that like Aaron keeps turning around and saying like, JDF never liked Draken, JDF never liked this, it's like you're now taking a dead man's, you're basically speaking for a dead man, and you know people don't like that sort of thing because like as I've mentioned in the past, Aaron could turn around and say, yeah, JDF hated everyone who said that he was the Green Ranger. He fucking hated it. And it's like, well, where's JDF? Because JDF can't speak on this. You know, for all eternity, he's been saying like, oh, I love the Green Ranger. I love being, it's my favorite character. Aaron's there coming and just destroying his name slowly. And once that starts happening, people will start hating it. You know, it's again, people using JDF's name, his thing, because again, it goes into other things as well. But mainly right now, Aaron's just slowly destroying it because, you know, I was so close with JDF. He was my brother. He was amazing. So why the fuck are you turning around and destroying what he built up years for? You're slowly getting that pickaxe, knocking it.
Exactly why I didn't believe his death right offhand, because my Facebook blew up that night. My Instagram blew up that night. I'm going, what the hell is going on? Oh, JDF died. Well, how do you know? Well, his manager came out and found him in the bathroom dead. Okay, for one, we've seen this before. Calm down and let it play out. Give it a few days. If he truly is dead, then we will see it.
Well, I mean, like bring up that one. You said like his manager. I mean, these are like you've also got what his manager is going around and like kind of giving the tea to people, but then again is also destroying the name of JDF in my eyes, because at the end of the day, we all like knowing like the business of the Rangers. We all want drama because that's what we crave because it's really interesting. But when you've got these people that were so close to him saying like, oh man, like, you know, JDF turned around and said, you know, all the Rangers didn't want to do anything for free because they want money. And it's like when you hear other people like say, let's say Karen's like, no, I would do this for the fans straight away. And then you've got JDF's manager going like, oh, JDF reached out and they all fucking told him to do one. It's like, hang on a minute, what the fuck? No, that never happened. But with Aaron in general, it's more like, why are you basically putting out JDF's dirty laundry? We don't need to know this. I would rather know that JDF loved every iteration of his character, including Draken, and go, that's what I'm remembering him for. Not hearing like a month after, yeah, well, basically, yeah, JDF fucking hated him.
But that's the thing. A lot of people are not educated. A lot of people are not smart. If you want to make it into this business, into the entertainment business, which is what Aaron's trying to do as a director and creator, there are some things you have to protect. I don't care if JDF said he hated everything in Power Rangers. He wished they would all die in a car crash. Graphic and horrible. I know. He could have said all that shit and meant it. You don't ever put that out. You will always protect the image of Power Rangers because that is a brand that has built his legacy that is now directly affecting you and your business and your brand and your future. So you will always consistently put out he loved the brand. He loved every one of his co-stars. He loved all of the fans. He loved every character. He wished he didn't die and all the stuff. Like you would just put all the type of fluff, lies, whatever you can, just to make this look so positive and beautiful in the public eye, because that's what you're supposed to do in this business. There's no negativity, you know what I mean? And he's doing all of this noise where it's going to reflect poorly on the brand, on him as a business. He's affecting his collaborators. You know, everyone who works with him in Batin the Sun would be indirectly affected by this if something happens and goes wrong. You know what I mean? Because he's already rubbing potential projects that are coming in that had nothing to do with Power Rangers JDF. They could be working on a new Batman series that people been working hard on, and now they won't get the support from fans or anybody else to look at it because it's attached to Bat the Sun and Aaron. Do you see how that works? It's like he's not thinking.
100%.
Yeah.
He is not thinking. You are not supposed to do that. Like, I can hate all y'all, but the world would know that we love the global nerds. You know what I mean? But behind, when we say record, it's like fuck you, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would never know. So it's
I
kind
think-
of like, I don't know. He did shut the hell up.
Yeah, I don't think he will, because I think Aaron's really, I think he's really hurt on a lot of things, because he's seeing a costume that looks very similar to his. So he's like, oh, I want to fucking make sure all of this is like, you know, I want to bring the name down. You know, I generally really thought that he was going to release Bat in the Sun, Legend of the White Dragon, on the day of the 30th, just to be like, fuck you, everyone, like you're all going to go see this, and kind of move people away from the whole 30th. One thing that really annoys me is the fact that in one Aaron's live stream, he turned around and said, oh yeah, JDF and Amy weren't as close as he thought. You know, the fact is that he didn't really like Amy and stuff like that. And I'm just like, damn,
All
that's
bullshit.
like, yeah, well, again, like, you have to, like, if Aaron turned around and says like, yeah, that's happened because I saw Jason the other day or whatever, and it's like, oh shit, like maybe they don't, and then that's what it creeps off into. Maybe they weren't that close, so maybe now,
it creates doubt and then creates a separation within the fandom, which again is indirectly affecting everyone and his brand. It's kind of like he's not thinking.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine, like, we all saw that that thing where Amy was crying and doing a song for JDF. Can you imagine now when people look back at that and go, did she actually do that for him, or did she just want to jump on the bandwagon of like saying goodbye to JDF to get more followers? And that's what it starts doing. That's what it starts creating. You know, as you said, it's doubt. Now, to me, I don't know what their relationship is. I don't care about their relationship.
Exactly.
But some fans literally would do, like, hold on to that for a thing. You know, if Aaron turned around now and went, oh yeah, I hate the fact that Tommy and Kimberly got together, I wanted to get with Trini, but fuck that shit, then that again causes like massive like roar type thing in the fandom. I can't stand Aaron at times, and just his bullshit at the moment is just and I think at the moment he's just holding on to this because he knows Legend of the White Dragon is going to come out. You know, he could be a genius and go, we're going to push that back another year because things not working, and then people will kind of like want it more and more. But I think that he'll just want to get it out.
Yeah, just him speaking out negatively right now and spreading these things again, like I say, if they are true, shut the hell up, because now you're indirectly affecting the release and the potential eyes that could be on Legend of the White Dragon, because now people are going to be turned off to it just because you're attached to it and you're bringing so much negative heat towards it. In this business, you have to be selfish. You have to think about yourself first. And I know that sounds crazy, but to make it and to form these relationships and to brush shoulders, that's why it's called brown nosing in this business. You have to have some sort of selfishness. You have to think about yourself first, because people would chew you out, spit you out, think about you never. And he needs to think about himself first. He needs to put out every positive thing that has been said from JDF to get as much seats in these theaters as possible, because we know this fandom is so small. Look at what happened with what is that, the Knights of the Zodiac movie.
Oh yeah,
they put the shit out in the theaters, and even though it had no negative press, the shit floppity flopped. Okay, it had like 10 people in there that went to go see the movie. You know, that's an exaggeration, but just possibly for real, it had like 10 people. But the thing is, you don't want that to happen with Legend of the White Dragon, because this is not on the mainstream eyes. There's no promotion for it in the mainstream. No one's going to see this but the fans, and you ostracizing the fans that can potentially go see it, because now you saying all this shit about JDF hate Power Rangers. Then why the fuck would fans go see something that he hated? Why would we go see a Power Rangers fan if he don't like it? And he don't like the cast, but there's a whole bunch of Power Rangers in there that he don't like. Why would someone go see that? You're negatively affecting your potential outcome of this movie, and you're not thinking. You have to think selfishly in this business. I would say JDF loved everybody. We was in the process of shooting a sequel, y'all. This movie ends on a cliffhanger. I would make so many people show up, and the cliffhanger is nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Well,
come on, man.
A really good point when you brought it up is because of what Aaron's been saying at the moment. is a few of my friends, they just turned around and said, we have no interest in going to see this now because Aaron's running his mouth constantly. And, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I won't get to see it because, it's not going to come out in the UK. But as soon as it's downloaded, I'd rather download it. I don't support piracy, but I would probably download it and I wouldn't want to give money to Aaron at all. But again, it's just me wanting to see the film. But I know it's not going to come out in the UK. Fuck it. They don't like that sort of shit. So again, normally I would have paid it, but now Aaron's just running his mouth. And I'm like, I don't really kind of want to see it. I don't want to pay for it effectively.
Yeah, I don't want to go see this movie in the theaters either. I want to see the movie because, I like JDF. I like Sierra Hannah. I like Jason Font. I like all these people that are attached to it. It has nothing to do with Aaron. But David Ramsey's in it. I mean, you got some of these actual people that I actually like that is going to be a part of the project, and now you potentially affecting them as well, even though they probably didn't get paid for this. They're doing that as a favor, to their friend, which is JDF. But the thing is, it's like now you're tarnishing it. You're rubbing it through the mud to where now if you want to watch it, you always going to have that in the back of your mind. Like, did he really like these people? Was the stuff that Aaron was saying was true? Like, did Hasbro really do him that dirty? Could this potentially why his marriage fell apart? Is this why he killed himself? You know what I mean? There's so many questions going to be in the back of your head instead of just enjoying the project for what it is. And that's why I said people need to just learn to be quiet. Keep stuff off of air. Say stuff behind the scenes. We have so much stuff going on behind the scenes, the world would never know. We all seen once and always. And if you know, you know. You know what I mean? We know some stuff behind the scenes. So it's kind of like, you just shut up. Now people gonna be asking what they mean once and always. Like, don't worry about it. We know what's up with that. Like, but yeah. Moving on next time. I'm over it because I don't want to get that no more negative attention. You guys go support Legend of the White Dragon. If not for Aaron, not for JDF, for the other people that are attached to it, because this is something that they all created together. It's not one person. It's a whole army that created this film that are attached to it. So go support it. Go watch it. Hell, if you want to pirate it, and don't. I can't tell you what to do. Just don't let what one person say have a complete reflection over your experience or your enjoyment of a product. You know what I mean? I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of Little Mermaid. I don't care what the hell Ty, Mark, Shy, and Philip say. I'm gonna enjoy it with them cringy ass songs. So hey, go experience it for yourself.
Exactly, and that's all I've ever wanted was, okay, you have your opinions, I have my opinions. I think it's crap. You think it's good.
Right.
We discuss things as adults. As adults, I'm quoting that as adults. And that's all we are on this podcast is we look at these topics and go, okay, well, this is stupid. This is stupid. Okay, this is definitely stupid. And we discuss it as adults.
Yes, and this is why I
don't get
respect
angry.
each of you guys here. This is why I wanted you guys specifically on this podcast so we can come together, because we're not all yes men. We don't always agree with each other just to make someone feel comfortable. We don't do that here. We don't just agree where we know damn well in our back of our heads we don't agree with the person. We're gonna say it, just to make them feel good. No, we don't do that here. We have our own set of views. Sometimes we are split 5 different ways, and we just looking at each other like, how the fuck we gonna put this in a cohesive topic? But it works because everyone has their own opinion, which is fine. It's like assholes. Everybody got one. That doesn't mean it's wrong or right. We just got one. Okay.
That's one way to put it.
But anywho, Philip, I forgot you was in here. You ain't said shit this entire time.
Man, hey, I have no opinions on the subjects at hand, so I was just enjoying the conversation.
I was like, shit, he's here. Okay. Man, we got one more topic. Where is it? I think we combined 3 of them at one time. Little Mermaid, the critics, and also the soundtrack. So that kind of ran through together, which is fine. But, oh yeah. Twitter, okay. The question has been posed, the Aladdin star, the guy who plays Aladdin himself, leaves Twitter after sharing his opinion about how his film is never going to get a sequel, but how Little Mermaid is going to get a sequel, based off his opinions. We don't know if that's going to be true or not. But some people are saying that it was racially motivated. For me personally, being a black man, I don't see anything racially charged with what he said. He gave his opinion. You know, I would feel some type of way. If I made a movie and it made $1 billion and I ain't getting no sequel and I could barely find a job after making $1 billion movie, and then this movie coming out and they already gonna say it's gonna make a sequel, I would feel some type of way too. That's just me.
Right.
But me being a grown ass black man, I could say what I need to say and I would stick with it with my 10 toes in the mud. You ain't about to run me off of shit. I don't give a fuck whether you agree with me or you don't. I'm going to say what I said, and it's just like that. What didn't he say? I said what I said. And if you know, you know. I wouldn't have ran off of Twitter. You ain't about to run me off no Instagram or no social media platform. That is mine. Because you know what I do? I would just turn my phone over and go on about my day and let you be mad and spray your energy negatively because you worried about the fuck I said because you ain't got nothing else to do. Get a job, eat some food, go on a date, touch grass, do something. Why are you worried about the hell I say?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's the whole Twitter thing, isn't it? It's where you turn around and you say your opinion, and then someone doesn't like it, and then all of a sudden you have like 1,000 people in your DMs or tweeting at you, going like, "Oh, you're such a this, you're such a that. What the fuck? I hate you," type thing, and it's just like, why? Like, you can just go mute, fine, because at the end of the day, you voice your opinion, not unless it's like really fucking dark or really like very drastic. But you know, if you
But who
tweet out,
actually takes Twitter seriously though?
I think a lot of yeah, no one does, but I think a lot of people think that if I cancel you because you turn around and said that you didn't like the Little Mermaid, and that was it, you say, I just didn't like the film, and then it's like, what? How dare you, you misogynistic person? Like, you must hate. It's like, I didn't say anything like that. I watched the film, I didn't like it, and that's all, you know. And then people come in and be like, oh my god, like blah 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 blah. You know,
And why I think it's the most absolutely stupidest argument, because they always play the race card when it comes to that.
yeah, it's because it's the easiest one. But when you play these, when you start playing these cards, they start wearing off, and it's just like, oh, you're such a racist for this. No, I'm not. But okay, cool, whatever you think. And then you go on, and then it's like, no, you are. It's like, okay, prove it. Oh, that means nothing now. So when major big issues do come along in the future, it's like, oh, you're racist. Well, that means nothing now, because you know, it's what was it, like, there's a YouTuber called Tomska in the over here in the UK, and like years and years and years ago, he turned around and he said like, or we made a video, and he talked about when you see, like, say, people posting images of animals in danger, animals being hurt and stuff, just to try and get that whole kind of like, you build up that outrage or something, you start kind of making people numb to it. Oh, there's a picture of a cat that's done this, and you know, someone's done that. Okay, cool, moving on. And when people are like, hang on a minute, but you should be defending that. No, because I'm now desensitized to this entire thing. It doesn't mean anything to me. And
Yeah,
I think
it's the boy who cried wolf syndrome.
yeah, exactly. So like when you look at this, the Aladdin thing, when he tweeted out something like, our film is unique in that audiences went to watch it multiple times. It's the only way we reached the $1 billion mark with our opening. My guess is that Little Mermaid doesn't cross the $1 billion mark, but we undoubtedly get a sequel. So where's the racism in that? I see nothing in it. I don't see him turning around and saying like, oh, I hate Little Mermaid because they've done this. It doesn't mean anything. So when you get stuff like your film reached $1 billion, but yeah, you're still jobless, seems like you've got other things to worry about. Or
but that's people's argument, because they're going to use that Ariel is a black as a veil. So that's why they say it is racist. Oh, because she's a black mermaid. First of all, yeah, she is a person of color, but so is he, you dummy. He's not racist.
Yeah.
There's nothing racist about what he said. He's a person of color himself. He's literally addressing the way he felt. And he could potentially be right or incorrect. Like I said, we don't know. This movie isn't out yet. The box office number hasn't hit. I already bought my ticket, so I know I'm counting for it. But yeah, there's nothing about what he said was wrong or had any malice in what he said. So like I said, that's just people argument there. They're going to throw the race card out. If a gay person is in the movie and you I don't like the movie. Oh, because you're a homophobe.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh,
Where's that in the
Yeah.
argument? Because I haven't seen anything about trans mermaid in here.
It's
I mean, unless you count her going from mermaid to human.
right.
I mean,
I think I think when it comes down to it, I mean, I didn't like Aladdin. I went and watched it because I'm a massive Aladdin fan. I originally liked the one that first came out. Now, I didn't really enjoy the film. I went to go see it, but but I know if I were to turn around and went like, oh, I didn't like this, people would be like, at least you went to go see it, but you're still at this. I'm like, no, I just didn't enjoy the whole thing. Like the whole thing with Jasmine, like she has an entire song. And then Thanos snaps people out the way, and to me, it didn't seem like it needed to be in there. The whole thing at the very end when you watch the original, the cartoon, and when you see Jafar turn into this massive big, like the big genie, that was kind of scary for that time. When you see him turn into the film, you're like, that means nothing. Or when you have a giant snake that's meant to do it. I don't remember that being in there. I remember a giant Iago, which meant absolutely nothing in there. So, there are things that you can kind of pick and choose from it. But then people are like, oh, you're a birdist because you don't like birds. No,
Wait, pause. You said two things.
Yo,
You said Thanos snapped in Aladdin?
Yeah, so basically there's a scene in Aladdin, the remake, where Jasmine's singing about her freedom and how she should be the one to choose it. And as she's walking through it, she's looking at these guards or something, and they just suddenly just disappear, like like in Avengers when Thanos snaps his fingers. And again, it doesn't need to be in there because it's when you look back at it, you're like, oh shit, it's in her imagination, it's her thoughts, and it's like. But this song doesn't kind of bring it in. It brings into the point of people like, I should be choose who I want to choose. I shouldn't have to choose Aladdin or Jafar or anyone. I choose who I love. And it's like, I get that, but this song doesn't need to be in this one at all.
no.
Again, like it's just seeing these people just disappear. And it's just like, right, you're going to become the ruler. That's absolutely fine. Cool. But why are you diverting from that one to just to play this? Is it because you need to give I can't remember her name, the Pink Ranger, because that's who it is.
Naomi Scott.
Yeah. Is it because that she needed a song? And it's like, okay, but there's so much to it. But again, like you have a giant Iago where it normally is a giant snake. So am I a birdist because I didn't like the giant Iago? No, I wanted the snake because that's what I saw in the cartoon.
No, thank God it's not a snake. I haven't seen the movie yet because y'all know I hate snakes, and thank God they did that specifically for me to not have a stroke watching this movie. So thank you, Disney. You saved me
Now-
having a complete stroke.
Now, when it came to Aladdin for me, I was skeptical about it because Robin Williams. Honestly, I think that trumps this whole Little Mermaid argument out of the freaking water. Robin Williams has been an icon for everyone for years. And to have Will Smith replace him in this Aladdin, because rest in peace, you glorious bastard, because he's awesome. But Will Smith did a great job at honoring his memory. He wasn't as funny as Robin Williams. He wasn't as great as Robin Williams, but for the tie-in with the Egyptian era that they were trying to do, and the culture and the song, he did a very, very good job at it. And the guy who
Thank
played
you
Aladdin
guys for the
did a
homework
really
today.
great job.
Thank you for the homework. So now apparently I need to watch this Aladdin movie because I know it's safe to do so. I need to listen to the Mermaid soundtrack, and I need to watch the original Mermaid movie because I haven't seen any of those. And why I haven't watched a lot of these live action movies is because, again, they have let me down. I did not like Lion King. I was so excited for it, and it completely let me down. The only live action movie I enjoyed was it wasn't even Disney. You know the Huntsman movie when the girl who played the vampire Twilight, but she was like Snow White.
Oh,
You know what I'm
Kristen
talking
Stewart and Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, The Huntsman. I love that fucking movie. One, you got Charlize Theron. Then you had Emily Blunt. So I enjoy those movies.
Oh hell, we could even go as far as Hansel and Gretel with
Yes, Jeremy Renner and the girl.
I'm looking it up right now.
Famke Jensen is in there. That's the only person I care about. Jean Grey was in there being a boss bitch. She's fucking people up.
Gemma Alterton.
Sorry, girl, no disrespect, but I don't give a fuck about you. Famke Jensen was in there.
What else has she played in? I'm curious. Quantum of Silence.
When we talk about Jenna or Famke?
The gal, it is Gemma, yeah.
Gemma. Okay. Yeah, no disrespect, y'all, for y'all Gemma fans, but Famke, I just love me some Jean Grey. I was introduced to Famke Jensen as Jean Grey, and I fell in love with her. She was in Taken, and she's in the Knights of the Zodiac movie.
Oh,
you just can't do wrong with Famke. You put her in the movie, that's why I want to see the Knights of the Zodiac, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be great because she's in it.
I never knew that was her actual name.
Famke? Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name is Famke Peace.
I've seen this actress in another movie. I can't place her.
Me neither. She was great in Hansel and Gretel. I love that movie. I love the unrated version though. There's two versions: the rated and the unrated. The unrated is so fucking bonkers. If y'all haven't seen Hansel and Gretel, I know y'all love to pirate. We don't promote pirating on this channel, but go Super Mega Force. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Go watch the unrated version of Hansel and Gretel is great. Go Super Mega Force, okay?
I actually wait. When did that movie come out? That movie came out in what 20 what?
Shit, 2007, 26, something like that. I don't know. But the movie great though. That movie is so damn entertaining. The fight scenes is epic. The witches on if I expect a witch to be in the movie, I want them to be like that. Like they was badass.
Well, actually, that's the thing I wanted to see this movie.
No.
What was it?
I was wrong.
What was it? Gretel and Hansel or something? Like they reversed
The
the
witch
words.
hunters. Hansel and Gretel witch hunters.
Oh, okay.
Because there are two Hansel and Gretel movies coming out. One that came out in 2013, which is a more realistic take on the witch and the children. But we talked about witch hunters, where they're came out in 2013, where they're action superheroes and shit. It's just, I don't know how you take a fairy tale and turn it into this, but whoever created this, I want them to take charge of more movies because they are genius. The movie was just entertaining from beginning to end. It was camp. It had horror in there. It had comedy. It had some great fight scenes. Like the stunt team in this movie is just fucking, they on top. Like John Wick before John Wick, okay? That's what the fuck this was. This shit was just great. If you have not seen Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, please watch the unrated version. Go Super Mega Force it, okay? I'm telling y'all.
I can't get over that.
Man, it's just great.
I'm gonna watch it.
You're gonna enjoy the hell of it. Trust me, from the beginning, from the opening credits, when I say the shit, just go, oh, this is what the movie about to be, because I'm about to be happy. This is exactly what the movie is going to be. From that first 10 minutes, you're gonna know what you're in for.
Well, that's that on that one.
Well, that's definitely some closing thoughts.
It is.
I'm sold on that one. Oh, actually, I got one more thing to actually shot up in here, and it circles back around to the gaming topic. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure if anybody in here plays 2K or just any game where they worked really hard on it to get everything they need to get in the game, and different things. All the specialty stuff in the game, all the high end stuff in the game, and stuff like that.
Oh, like a completionist.
Yeah, pretty much, something like that. So this is video that I came across on Instagram. Well, it's been surfacing on Instagram lately, and then it's been surfacing on TikTok. It's probably old, but I know I just came across it. So we all like a good prank every now and then, right?
Of course, who doesn't?
Okay, so this leads into that. So apparently, I don't know why non gamers that are in a relationship with people who play games do this, and it upsets me to no end. But so apparently, I don't know who this couple is. I could care less. But apparently, this girl at the time deleted her boyfriend's entire 2K profile history, and he had the highest ranked characters or players. I'm not an NBA person, so I don't know all the stats stuff of that. But I believe he had like a 90 overall um character career or something like that. And she took it upon herself to basically call herself trying to get back at him for not, I guess, spending time with her and his family, and decided to go on his system and delete his entire data from his game. And when he found out, like, obviously, he lost it. He went absolutely berserk and started trashing like everything. He started trashing the system. He started trashing the TV. He didn't hit her or nothing. So I give the dude credit for not going after her, because something like that would probably make the most restraint driven person go after somebody and end up trying to hurt them. But my question is this: why do most females that don't play games think it's funny to delete another person's saved work, even 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 if that person doesn't play games, or that person is working on a project, or has been doing something for years. It don't matter what it could be. It could be playing a game. It could be writing a book. It could be building something they've been building for years.
I
And
don't
most
know.
of these women think it's funny to go and destroy or ruin what this person has been working on for years.
I
I
I
think
don't
don't
get
know,
it's
it.
brother,
Like,
man. But
it's a lack of understanding. It's more kind of, it'd be the same thing as like if a guy just went and destroyed some girl's makeup, their partner's makeup, and or the China dolls or whatever that they collected, they don't see it. It's like, oh well, that means nothing to me. I don't think it should ever be done. I think that if girls are doing, if that girl who did it was like, oh fuck it, you've not been paying attention to me, then rather than going doing that, she should have said, look, hey, you're not paying that much attention. Could you do that rather than play this? And then I think it kind of works well. It's more of it like a revenge, like you've hurt me, so I'm going to hurt you. What's the best thing that I can do to hurt you more than anything? Well, you love that game, so if I'm going to delete all your stuff, then you may not go back to it, and then you have to spend more time with me. So I think it generates the whole thing of, I'm going to take something that you love, but I don't understand it. It's like those memes that you see. It's like when someone says like, "Oh, why do you play video games?" And you just turn around and say, "Well, why do you watch reality TV? Video games are a waste of time. Also, is watching TV." It's that sort of argument. I think it's just
mhm.
understanding.
right.
Like if someone came in and deleted my entire YouTube channel, or deleted all my game saves, or deleted my Genshin account or something like that, I'd be pissed. But I'd just be like, get out, and then I would never speak to them again. There are consequences. I wouldn't
That's the
retaliate.
thing. It's three things to that whole little question he posed. The first thing, Philip, I love you. It took 10 minutes for you to get to the point.
Yeah. I
Number
know.
two, she did that on purpose because she knew it was important to him, which is why she did it. Number three, I would have deleted her wigs, like Mark said, her makeup. I would have deleted her nails. I would have deleted all her bras. Actually, I wouldn't have deleted it. I would just deleted half. I'm petty. She would have had one titty cupped, the other one free. I would have deleted half of her panties. You know what I mean? Like people don't understand how to be petty back. If she deleted all my stuff, I would delete half of hers.
So half her stuff for all your hard work. Like what?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Yeah.
She would have
Now,
half.
I can definitely say I remember a post like that popping up on Facebook, and I am not kidding, it was from a black woman. Her icon was from a black woman. And I don't know why, but it said, "Women, you need to stop dating men who do video games. If you want to be um attention whores, then go find someone else."
I think I've
Something
seen,
to that effect.
yeah, I've
Right,
seen a lot
right.
of people talk about it. To me, that just annoys me because it's more of like everyone will have different hobbies, like or people like different things. So, like for me, if I date someone, then I don't mind if they're not into video games, anime, or whatever. But I would like some sort of like, hey, let's go for a walk, or let's go do something adventurous, or let's go do something like this. If they turn around and like, oh, I don't like this, and I'm like, okay, fine. What can we kind of look into? But if I dated a gamer, then I know that things would be like so much better. But then, if I wasn't a gamer and then I dated a gamer, I'd be like, oh, God, I don't see the point in this. So I think it's more kind of like, why wouldn't you want to date someone that is kind of into the same sort of thing as you? You into Magic the Gathering?
Opposites attract, man. Opposites
Yeah.
attract. That's why. And you don't really
Yeah.
know what people are into till after get into dating stage. That still doesn't justify what she did. If she felt neglected, first of all, how old were y'all? Because
Yeah.
the way
I
you
think-
handle shit should be different. I wouldn't delete that shit. That's too much work for me to go into your game save and delete it. That's too much work for me to be doing.
Yeah.
So
Right.
It's I never get it. Like why would it? It's like just actually have a conversation with someone and just be like, right, we're gonna have a conversation. It just seems like, oh, you've hurt me and my family, so I'm gonna hurt your pride and your progress and delete this. It just makes you just go, and that relationship's over. See you later.
exactly. He's different though, because if she would have done that to me, first of all, bitch, you're my girlfriend, not my wife. I don't have to spend time with your family. I'm fucking you, not your mama and your daddy. Number two, you delete my shit, I'm about to delete you. Hopefully they got a will out on your ass, because you about to come a missing.
Oh my.
I wish a hoe would. We
That
grown over here. I
escalated.
wish a bitch would.
I mean,
Bitches
I've had, I think on Digimon Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, I have put in 800 hours worth of work. I'd be pretty pissed if that was deleted. I've put in almost 80 to 90 hours on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, just with all the side crap and trying to upgrade my armor. That I'd be pretty pissed if that got
I
deleted.
mean, I get it, but the thing is, he overreacted too, because for one,
Yeah.
you should have just slapped the hoe and got your day on going with it. You know what I mean? Number two, your stuff is saved in the cloud. Or did she go to the cloud and know your passwords and all that type of stuff to delete everything? But your stuff is in the cloud, so you could
Oh.
always just get it back. You know what I mean?
That's one thing I forgot to mention. None of his stuff was saved.
Well, that's his fault.
Yeah. So that's a perma ban or
Yeah, that's his fault. Like, what you do? Your stuff ain't backed up. Like, you don't have internet access. Like, I don't understand. So that's on him.
I mean, if it was like a PS2 game, and I'm bringing up a really old plot line from a game that I used to play, from it's Disgaea 3. He put in all these hours worth of work, had it saved to his memory card, and his dad stepped on his console and his memory card.
Grim.
ouch.
See,
Yeah.
and that was an accident. But if it was classic case of like PlayStation 2 era, Xbox era, OG Xbox,
Right.
and
Prior
360
to
era,
internet and stuff, I get it. But
yeah.
this
Right.
sounds like she knew what she was doing. It sounds like she knew what game to load up how to get into his game saves and to delete them. So it's kind of like she knew what she was doing. So first of all, I would delete half her shit, like I said. Number
Well, she
two,
doesn't know
dude,
what-
if you do all this work, which means a newer game, your stuff should have been in the backup, in the cloud, because it doesn't automatically. Even when you go back to the menu or you change a setting, you turn up the volume or something, it's going to automatically save your game, so your stuff is saved. It's a lot of stuff in the story that I need info for before I can really judge it. I'm just being an asshole right now, so I can't
Right.
say either yay or nay to this because there's just so many variables that I don't have access to.
Right, right.
I think again, I just don't know why you would go that far. It's was it actually done, or was it like done for shock value? Because isn't there like another one where a girl just turns off the console while this guy's playing and he freaks out and he's just like fuck shit and stuff like that.
I think I've seen that one you're talking about. It's not that one though. The one that I saw was the guy was in the living room and his girl came over, went over to his console, and deleted his stuff, and he came back. As all the stuff was gone, and started flipping the fuck out.
Yeah.
And pretty much she was gaslighting him the whole way through, saying she don't know how it got deleted and everything. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. I think I mean, for me personally, if someone decided to just delete all my stuff, I'd just be like, there's the door, see you later. And then that would be it straight away. I think, yeah, I just don't, I don't understand it. It's like, why are we going to take stuff for you? And it's just like, fuck this shit. So,
Yeah. I'm just like,
Mm.
nah, it couldn't be me.
It couldn't be me either because first of all, my stuff is backed up. Number two, a bitch know not to play with me. Number three, a bitch know not to play with me. Like, what? Why did she feel so comfortable to do that shit to you in the first place? First of all, you ain't set no boundaries, bro. So that's how I know these were children, because ain't no man going to just have those boundaries not set. Because first of all, a woman would never ever feel so insecure that she would try to deliberately to hurt you like that. You know what I mean? So there's just so
Right.
much going on with this story. I'm like, yeah, these was kids. These was kids.
I mean, the way that whole situation went down, man, shoot, they might as well have been.
See, that's the thing, because if it was me personally in the situation, my girl would never do that, because for one, she know I would just delete her shit, and I know how much work she put into her games. You know what I mean? Twitch stream would get deleted. I would delete your whole Twitch. So these just games, like, you can't play these games. People know who you are dating. You know, you just can't do this stuff. So
Oh no, not the Twitch account, man.
yeah, I would be petty. Like I said, I would delete your Twitch. I would cut up half your bras so you could have one titty just cut, the other one's just free. Like, I would fuck up all your makeup. I would put water in the shit. Oh, and I won't even get the cheat maker. I will find your most expensive Fenty Beauty type makeup, your rim by rim. I will fuck all that shit up. Oh, I would buy tickets to Beyonce concert in the front row, and when we get there, I would give them to somebody else. I would be that petty. I would make sure we get to the venue, make sure Beyonce hitting the stage, and I would give our tickets to somebody else and walk out.
Oh no. See, if you want to do more damage, you'd be like, I really want to go see Beyonce, and she buys like the expensive tickets, and then when they come in, she's like, oh babe, I've got them. You're like, oh cool, can I see them? And you look at them and just rip them up, and they go, there you go. And just walk away.
No, I don't rip them up because she could get a refund. I would take somebody else.
Okay, no, yeah, I get that.
I would tell her, I'm gonna pick you up. Be ready, girl. Put on your fly as shit, and just send her a video with me and her sister.
Choosing violence there.
I would be petty as hell. I would be petty.
Oh no, damn, bro! I thought I was petty. You just took pettiness to a whole new level. God, Jesus.
I would be so damn petty. Like, make her get ready, because girls get ready at like 3 a.m. when the show don't start to 8 p.m. You know what I mean? Taking forever and shit. Make sure she fly ass fuck, but like, baby, I'm coming there in an hour. You probably go see Beyonce, hype her up and shit. Oh my man, gonna take me to see Beyonce, and I send her a whole Instagram video of me there with somebody else.
You just do other stuff like, is that what you're wearing? Oh, okay, and then that's it. Just walk away.
Yeah,
that's it. Well, that's all you have to do. But isn't it good enough? Oh,
Is that what you're wearing? Yeah. I don't like it.
I thought it would be something else. All right, cool, yeah. And then just let that sit in for the entire thing.
Oh
That
no.
is funny. That's it. Oh, no, y'all gotta set boundaries in these relationships, y'all. All the people listening, set some boundaries. Don't let your people feel so comfortable where, first of all, they feel neglected. Number two, where they feel so comfortable to delete your shit. That's the first thing y'all need to set boundaries.
Right. Just nah. Mm.
Right. But anywho, that leads us to the end of our episode. It was a great one. It was a short one though. Only went on for about an hour, 30 minutes.
After last time.
Yeah, this is short and sweet and to the. I can't say
Point.
to the point because we was all over the place again.
Many points. Many points.
Mid points. But on that note, we catch y'all next week. Bye.
Catch you in June when Rangers Stop and Pop happens in Atlanta. Don't forget to stop by the Review Time and BTZ Comics table.
Oh yes, go ahead and plug that. Ranger Stop next month. Alabama, Florida. Where's it gonna be at?
Atlanta, Georgia, June 16th through the 18th.
Boom. Catch y'all there.